Hey guys, welcome back to Tank Garage. My name is Frank and I'll be the man behind the camera. Long time no see, guys. Sorry, not much YouTube content this summer. Unfortunately, we have some bad news with the X60R. I'll try to make a video on that. Recently, there is a lot of maintenance that's been going on every single one of the cars. The XC90 V8, the XC70, and the XC90 V8 all have little issues, but today we're fixing my brand new XC90 V8 Executive. Like many of you guys know, if you're following the channel, recently the XC90 V8 is up for sale. Unfortunately, the Polestar 2 Performance took its place because I don't have space to have an additional car in the winter. 2 cars in the winter is plenty already. We have a little issue with this bad where the battery has actually gone dead. So whatever we do, there is absolutely nothing. No lights in the dash, no lights on the interior whatsoever. So today I went ahead and grabbed a brand new battery because yes, the new owner is gonna need that for sure. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up the trunk because that's where the battery is hiding, right underneath this little partition right here. So they teach you how to do it right here. You have 2 little straps, which you basically just push forward just like that. And then once that is detached, you're gonna be able to lift this compartment right here and you will see the big boy battery, which is hiding right underneath there. Let's get to work. Before we actually get into the install, I want to announce the biggest giveaway yet on Tank Garage. Enjoy the short video. I'm giving away $1,000 worth of Volvo carbon fiber products. Here's how you can win them. All you gotta do is follow the channel and head over to shoptankgarage.com. Pick up anything on the website, that it's a t-shirt, a keychain, or a cool sticker for your Volvo. You will be entered to win either or of these 2 carbon fiber bronze mirror cap or steering wheel that fits pretty much any P80 or P2 Volvo, that it's an XC70, a V70, an S60. We've got it all right here for you. Head over to shoptankgarage.com. This week and next week, there will be double the entries for anybody that purchases the bundle, t-shirt, keychain, and sticker all together. You will get double the entries to win one of these 2 beautiful carbon fiber products. I'll see you on the website. The first thing you are going to need is a 13mm socket. I use an extension and an electric wrench, but you guys can use whatever you have if you have a hand wrench or even a regular ratchet. So we're gonna loosen those side bolts and remove them because there is 3 total holding this little bracket around the battery. So like you can see, the beautiful bolts. We're gonna put these to the side, keep moving along. These are pretty long boys. And then one at the bottom there. This is the one where you will need the extension. This one is a nut, so you can't really, mistake all of them. 1 nut and 2 regular bolts. And then you'll be able to remove this big metal partition with some cushioning that pretty much holds down the battery. This is also my first time doing this with you guys, so we will see together how that goes. There's a little plastic protector that goes pretty much like so, which holds down, I guess, it's a beauty cover if you ask me. You're gonna be removing that, and then, very simple, you have access to your battery, which is right there and looks like it's been duct taped on. What the hell? Okay. This is the first time I see a battery being duct taped on, I guess. Then you're gonna have another support bolt at the bottom. I believe that one would be a 10mm from Touch. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our 10mm socket right here. We're gonna swap out this 13 for the 10. It's at the bottom right over here. Seems like a very accessible bolt. And that removes the last fastener, which looks like this and was installed backwards, which is kind of weird if you ask me. This is supposed to be installed like that, and it was installed like this was doing nothing. It was just on the outside, not even protecting anything. So I don't even know why they got that there, but yep. So now we are going to remove the terminals. loosen this thing up like so. One of the terminal out, and then we're gonna remove our positive. Should be fairly simple, just like that. That looks still very tight. Is that a ground here? Interesting. Seems like there's a ground for something right here, so I'm gonna remove that also first, I guess. And then ooh, that is tight, tight, tight. Might need to use a little screwdriver, guys, to get in between the terminal, just to wedge it up. So grab a, a pry bar like that and just wedge it in the middle here, and then you could pry this little part open. When the battery hasn't been changed in a long time, sometimes that becomes very tight. And as you can see in this case, it is still very tight. So we are going to very, very gently pry this apart. And now we should get enough wiggle room to remove our terminal. Here you go. So I guess now we'll find out why this was duct taped. There is no handle. Wow. Okay. That is very special duct tape. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Duct tape on a battery. I've never seen this. I mean, it works because I can lift up the battery like that, but yeah. When was this battery from? This battery was from, there is no time, so I guess we will discover it together when we look at it a little bit later. And our new Motormaster battery. This is a 835 cc's or regular cranking amps and a 680 cold cranking amps, which should be plenty for this big V8. Positive on the left, negative on the right, just like that. And all you got to do, grab your battery, slide it in, but first you want to line it up on this side. And then what you want to do, actually before tightening anything down, you want to go ahead and test your little bracket like that, which you see now it does fit. So I believe the old battery was not the right sized battery for this, since I'm now able to put this little bracket in place, and it actually does do its job of holding down the battery. I'm going to try to show you guys on the side of the battery. Let's see if I can grab you. There is this little, I don't know if you guys can see that little ledge right there. This is what this part goes over. So this goes over it just like that and holds down the battery so it doesn't go flying around. I'll put you guys back. All we got to do now is reverse the order. So always, I mean, every people has their own ways. I usually start and end with the positive, but that's, that's up to you, as long as you do what you're supposed to and you don't just yank the battery out without disconnecting the poles. You should be fine. So we'll put our ground, positive ground, which that's what it looks like, back on. This is just very gentle. So as soon as the wrench starts clicking, you might want to give it like a little bit more, but that's about it. This doesn't need to be super tight. Now this shouldn't be moving around, which is perfect. And now you want to go grab your negative cable. Ooh, be very careful because there might be a little bit of spark. Do the same thing with your wrench. Go ahead and tighten it down. Always my little trick, guys, is to yank on it. So when you yank on it, you're able to see if it's gonna be tight in place. You want to go ahead and grab your bolt for the retainer on the side, which should be right about here. There we go. Gonna give it a little bit of schmoosh, just so that it is nice and tight in place. And now, if we grab our battery, it won't go anywhere. Where before, if the battery was like that, you could technically yank it out. Again, reverse the order. Just give this a little shake. This goes in actually like that. So right over here, and then right over that bolt. nice and tight. We are gonna grab our bracket back, and then hopefully our issue is fixed. We're gonna be very hopeful. I usually start with the nuts. That's what she said. This, you know, the nuts are usually a little bit easier to strip than the actual big bolts. So I like to start with those and then not tighten everything fully, except especially on these retainers, because like you guys can see, there is still a lot of play in them. Let's see here. See how much play there is? So I don't want to over tighten them and then bend the aluminum sheet. So there you go. In this case, as soon as my wrench starts slowing down, I just stop. And I like to hand thread these in the back to start, just to be completely sure that you don't get them started. See, just like this one, it is a little crooked, so you might want to push down on this and start it by hand, just like that. So the metal piece actually sits in flush and you don't work your piece sideways. There you go. As soon as this slows down, move ahead to the other side. There we go. And that's about it. So now we have a nice and strong battery. We're gonna go in the car, try to start it right away. All right, moment of truth with our key. Let's try to lock it and unlock. So that works. That's a good sign. When we open the door and put our key in, let's see if that does anything. We do have light on the dash, foot on the brake, like a puppy. We do have another issue that you guys could probably hear right now. That would be the power steering pump. I might have to address this before I sell the car. If somebody's willing to buy the car with that, that does sound like a power steering pump that's on its way out. Very, very possible. We're gonna let the XC90 warm up a little bit now because she hasn't ran in a week and a half or so. So I like to run my cars every week when it's the summertime. We'll go ahead, put everything away, and we'll see you guys right back. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This brings me back 4 years ago when we started the channel. These nice and simple maintenance slash how-to videos. And hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have the biggest announcement yet on Tangarage. Tomorrow, which will be the next video, I'm going over to Ontario, and you guys might see this video a little bit later after that purchase is done, to see a very, very rare Volvo. Probably the rarest Volvo I will ever own if I'm able to buy it. So hopefully you guys are stoked. Guess this down in the comments below. Tangarage fam, I'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Peace.